Hey everyone, it's Friday Morning Movie Reviews. I'm Louis Angel.
I'm Nathan CK.
We're going to talk about Joe Wright's new film, Darkest Hour.
Yes.
Stars Gary Oldman, Lily James, Ben Mendelsohn, Kristen Scott Thomas. And this is so much like Lincoln.
Yeah.
We have a great performance and great directing.
Right.
Gary Oldman's great. I hope he wins the Oscar, but to me, Joe Wright was the strongest thing about the movie.
Yeah.
He was doing a masterwork with this thing. I felt like this is such a towering performance delivered by him, directing-wise, where I felt the whole time like I'm in the hands of someone who really knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
Who's super, like, they're strong. They know exactly what moves to take. They know how to shoot this thing. They know how to make everything look good, and everything looks well-made and functional in this world. And Gary Oldman is absolutely terrific.
Yeah, Gary Oldman's awesome as Winston Churchill. If you guys are familiar with The Crown, I like The Crown.
Haven't seen it.
They came
Sorry,
out
John Lithgow.
2 seasons already. And it's like a perfect tie-in if you see this, and
Dunkirk.
And Dunkirk, exactly.
There's a part where I told you, I want to pause this movie, watch Dunkirk, and then come back to Darkest Hour, because I think you could.
Right. And so, World War II, Winston Churchill becoming Prime Minister in, I think it was 45-ish, 40s, 1940s-ish.
And this was not the Winston Churchill movie I thought we were going to get.
Right,
I thought we were going to get his kind of spanning his, reign as Prime Minister.
Where it only spans,
the first few days, really.
Yeah.
And
that timeline, it has a little timeline throughout the movie, so you're following, and you're like, oh, shoot, it's getting closer and closer and closer to what's going to happen.
Oldman just does such a great job of becoming Churchill. There's never a moment when I doubted him.
I did in the beginning. Just from seeing The Crown, I guess. It was seeing other characters and how he portrayed.
Yeah.
That Winston. Now seeing Gary Oldman's Winston. He does play a little more jolly and happy, but he is rough, and that's what Churchill was, And
this is why I brought up Lincoln, because it was the same thing for me with Daniel Day-Lewis portraying Lincoln, where I never doubted him for a moment. I was always there with him, like, this is Winston Churchill.
Yeah, see, I think I would have been the same way if I didn't see anyone else.
That's probably why. That's
exactly why. But yeah, throughout this, it's very tense. I don't think there's any moments in this movie where you're like, oh, I could have cut that out, or I felt like really, weighed down or bored. It's fun at times, and then it's very like, okay, you have to
this is serious. Like,
this is serious stuff,
and you're right. You're
and
never
it's just
bored.
going fast. It's going smooth. Great job by Joe Wright.
Lily James kind of has like a thankless role in this. She's doing a lot of stuff like.
I didn't really know.
It's not like you absolutely needed that character in the movie, but I'm glad that she was there, because it was kind of. She's kind of like taking the weight off the moments sometimes, where it's like
she is,
a little
but
bit of
then
levity.
but
she's
her
still
background,
a well-rounded character.
That you start learning about her character, you really empathize with her, and then but also wow, her character is really going through some tough stuff right now.
As they all are.
And then that makes, whatever they call it, the parliament or whatever.
We're American. We don't know.
The bigger people, the people in the Crown, they're very...
speaking of the Crown, Ben Mendelsohn.
Yes.
As the king.
Yeah.
He was great in the movie.
He was great. He didn't have a speech stutter.
He did give a king
which
speech.
Was weird.
Well, I don't know if is that the same king?
It is the same king.
Oh. Well, maybe they're just we don't want to compete with Colin.
Right.
Because he was doing a very different king, if that's the same guy.
Yes.
I really liked him. I liked where his arc went. So many things are just going to stay with you, and you really enjoy, and I just found it really effective.
I did, yep.
Yeah.
Same. Getting back just a little bit to Lily James' character, I kind of knew her character was... I didn't want the movie so much, involved with her and with her, but after looking back at it, she does bring purpose as far as her character's role. Getting back to like the Crown thinks that their, people is like on another level than the citizens. They're two different like.
And I didn't feel that way at all in this movie.
Right, but I mean that's just how it's always been portrayed. But they really try, Winston through the last like third of the movie, he tries to go out to the people and really make that personal.
You see why he's a great leader.
And then you see why he goes and does that and what his purpose is. And, people were always thinking like, oh, you always have a really harsh talk. You say these things.
And,
and
flip-flopping. And,
right.
But I gotta tell you, I just thought this was a great movie. And
it definitely was.
And they definitely conveyed that in the movie.
Really heartfelt, yep.
Let's rate this thing.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to do 4.2 out of 5.
This is one of my favorite movies of the year. I had no idea I was going to like this movie as much as I did. I really think it's one of the best movies of the year. I'm going to go 4.7 out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah, that might be the highest rating I've given the whole year.
Holy crap.
Yeah, 4.7, 4.2. Thank you guys for watching.
Yep.